Now, so far, there's been a lot of players that have surprised, like, everybody this year. But who, in your opinion, who do you think has had the biggest surprise? Who has had the biggest impact on everybody, of the whole season so far, of the first 3 games?
All right, I got a couple players for you. Like I said, with Vic, he's definitely surprised people. But I mean, obviously, you got to give it to Aaron Foster. I mean, what a breakout player this guy is. He's definitely top 5 running back right now. I mean, they had some rumors that he could break out this year, but also Ben Tate was on the team, and he was going to get a lot of carries. He went down with injury. Steve Slayton is not as good as he was a couple years ago. Aaron Foster's big. He can carry that team. I think, I mean, that offense is really good to open the field for him. Andre Johnson can open that field for Aaron Foster. I like Aaron Foster for the rest of the season, but he's also been a huge surprise so far. Also, Darren McFadden. That guy, he was already being pronounced a bust, especially from Al Davis in Oakland. I mean, every pick he makes is a terrible pick.
Marcus Russell.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell, Darius Hayward-Bay.
That's not even a player.
They usually go skill pick first overall pick, and usually everyone who wanted them to get Darren McFadden. Darren McFadden had a terrible first 2 years in the NFL. This year he has 345 yards on the ground. He's really helping that team, who doesn't have much offense. I mean, the biggest offensive target is probably Zach Miller. He's not doing that much. And Bruce Gradkowski, that team's not very good. I mean, Darren McFadden's surprised people. I really like him throughout the rest of the year, too.
You mentioned Vic. I'm going to flip that. And I'm going to go with Kevin Cobb. I think he's a huge surprise this year because everyone expected him to take over from Donovan McNabb and be a top quarterback in this league. And he lost his job to a guy fresh out of jail.
Like I said, he would be a good player to get traded. And I've already heard rumors out there that he might be on the trade block for somebody who's looking for a quarterback for possibly next season or the future. So,
but I mean, there's been a lot of people out there who do fantasy leagues, including myself, who have picked Kevin Cobb and expected big numbers on it.
One option is he could go to the Browns. They have Jake Delhomme. I mean, he could. Yeah. Kevin Cobb.
The only thing is
give them what they need, like through the air.
The only thing is it's tough to learn an offense, especially if you're a quarterback midway through the season, especially if you're going to be a starter. I think they can definitely find a taker for him in the offseason. Right now, it might be difficult. I mean, if you could find a second-round pick for him, I mean, I definitely, if I was the Browns, I'd do that.
My other picks, I actually have 2, and they're the Patriots tight ends. Both of them, Gronkowski
and Aaron
Hernandez.
Yes.
They are both great players. And I think that's exactly what the Patriots needed. They needed some
Tom Brady likes tight ends.
He loves tight ends, and now he has 2 of them.
When he had Ben Watson and he made the most of him, he really wasn't a very good tight end. Daniel Graham wasn't a very good tight end. Now he has 2 bona fide tight ends.
I think Hernandez is probably the fastest tight end I have ever seen.
He's very good. He looks like a wide receiver out there.
I mean, he basically is a wide receiver.
He's racking up the yards while Gronkowski is racking up the TDs. He's already got 2.
And not even mention that. I mean, you haven't even mentioned Algie Crumpler. Algie Crumpler is a huge. He's a great blocker.
I mean,
throw Algie Crumpler in there. That's probably the best.
You think about Crumpler when he had Vic.
Tight end.
You think Crumpler when he had Vic? I mean, he was a top receiving tight end.
But that was also a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but you never really lose the receiving part. You only lose your speed. And if you think about it, for the Patriots to be able to demote him to solely blocking, that's a pretty damn good team.
And that speaks a lot of like what you said about Hernandez and Gronkowski, how much they rely on him. And Brady, the more he targets those guys, the more he's going to trust them. And I think, who do you think of those 2 players, if you're a fantasy team, would you rather have in your team?
Depends on your league. I mean, if it's a league based off of touchdowns, then I would say Gronkowski.
Just the basic league.
It's really tough. I'd probably go Gronkowski, but Hernandez is very, very close behind.
I like Hernandez, actually. If you have an option between Gronkowski or Hernandez, Gronkowski, I think, was projected to be the best guy. Hernandez was great in Florida last year, but I think people thought he was not enough good skills for the NFL. But he's proven people wrong.
I'm going to say next year, I'm definitely taking Hernandez over.
He has 211 yards in a span of 3 games. That's averaging 70 per game. That's great.
I think what's great for the Patriots is they can trade one of those guys once they get good.
I wouldn't, though. I wouldn't. I mean, unless you're talking about Crumpler, I wouldn't do it. Tom Brady, like you said, loves his tight ends. That's just more fuel. 2 tight ends for Brady, Wes Welker, Randy Moss. I mean,
I heard a rumor that they might float Logan Mankins to Dallas for either possibly Felix Jones or Marion Barber on the radio this morning. If they grab Logan Mankins, who's disgruntled, and
then the running
they don't
game
like
will
him.
be
I mean,
completely
their offensive line has been great. I'd love to see them get Felix Jones.
I think Logan Mankins is better than
Felix
Jones, so I think they could get Felix Jones in a pick. If you could also throw in maybe Gronkowski and maybe get Felix Jones in a first-round pick.
That would be nice.
Felix Jones is better than Marion Barber. He'll get you more yards.
I would say so.
Marion Barber is just there for touchdowns. He can battle through.
The thing about Felix Jones over Barber is the fact that he can explode for a monster run.
Yeah,
if he gets away from the line, you're not catching him.
Marion Barber needs a very good line. I think he's more of a power back, and Felix Jones is more of an explosive back. So I'd rather have Felix Jones.
So another thing we'll do every week is we'll give you our top 3 games of the week in the NFL. Now, for the first one here, Steelers versus the Ravens. The Steelers undefeated. The Ravens 2-1. This is probably the biggest game of the week. Who do you think? What's your opinion? Who do you think will win?
Well, who's going to win is whose defense holds up. Really, I mean, both these defenses 1-2 in the league. I mean, it's incredible. I'm going to have to say Baltimore takes this one. It might be a little bit of an upset, 3-0 Steelers, but I would say their defense.
Well, I think it's at Baltimore, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm not even going by that. I'm thinking the defenses pretty much cancel each other out. You can't beat an offense with Joe Flacco at quarterback, Ray Rice at running back. You have Anquan Bolden, T.J. Houshmandzadeh, Mason, Heap. That's a great offense.
There's one thing different between that. So you're going with the Ravens, right?
I'd go with the Ravens.
I'll take the Steelers. I think the Ravens cornerbacks are absolutely not. They're not very good at all. They start Chris Carr and Fabian Washington. Those two guys are not good at all. If they have to cover Hines Ward, I think Charlie Batcher's going to be looking for him all day. But also on the flip side, the Steelers are not very good corners either. I mean, they have Ike Taylor and Brian McFadden. So Bolden's going to have a huge game. But I think Mendenhall's a difference maker there. Ray Rice was a little shaken up. I think who knows what's going to happen there.
I think that might just be a mental game, though. I mean, I think he's fine. I think he's going to put a big.
I'm going to take the Steelers in a really, really close game.
I would say it's a very low-scoring game too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say I'm saying 2017 Ravens.
I'd say 17-13 Steelers.
Next 2 teams, the 1-2 New York Giants and the undefeated Chicago Bears. Who's going to take that one?
I'm going to go out on a limb and take the Giants. I mean, I think Chicago's a really good team. I think they're a little overrated right now. They barely beat the Lions in Week 1. They almost lost to the Packers in the battle of the undefeated last week. I think Eli doesn't want to send his team to 1-3. I think he's a really good leader. What's his name? Mario Manningham's going down with injury, but I mean, I still really like that team. I think they're gonna want to prove some things. I think Giants win a surprising one, 27-10.
And Jay Cutler is very prone to throwing interceptions. Last year was a showcase of that. I mean, yeah.
I'm going to go with the Bears on this one. Normally, I probably would go with the Giants, but their offensive line's banged up a little bit. Manningham is hurt. I'm not sure if he's playing or not. I don't think he's
playing.
And I mean,
O'Hara and David Dio.
Yeah, I mean,
they're both hurt.
That's really hard for them.
But
I mean, Chicago's offense has been great this year, and
Mike Martz.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them losing this game.
The only thing, Jay Cutler is not very good under pressure. The Packers and everybody else that he's faced aren't a very good pass rushing team. The Giants are a very good pass rushing team with Talk and Kiwanuka. They can get to Cutler. If Cutler gets flustered, I don't think he can get the ball.
But the thing is, too, I mean, he can throw it to anyone now. There's no Talk
But
receiver.
like we said, yeah, there's
So he can
a
spread
flip
the ball
side
around.
there. If he is pass rush, he doesn't have a top receiver to go to, so he might have to look for the field.
But the thing that's going to be tough about their offense is you can't double cover anyone. I mean, you double cover Hester, Knox is there. You double cover Knox, Hester's there.
I don't think they're double covering Hester or
exactly. You can't do that, so you're going to have single coverage all day. all you have to do is either do a screen pass every once in a while, or go for a long
I know,
ball.
it's going to be tough.
Hester and Knox can outrun just about anybody in the league.
All right, next thing.
All right, last matchup. Monday Night Football. New England versus Miami. 2-1, both teams, same division. Who takes this?
As you could probably tell, we're from Boston. We're all Patriots
He's a Yankees fan.
I'm a Yankees fan, but I love all other Boston teams. And I love the Patriots, but I can't see them winning this game.
What?
They're in Miami. Miami's offense has struggled pretty badly this season. And like we said earlier, the Patriots' defense is just not as good as you want them to be. Ronnie Brown I still think is going to have a huge game. Ricky Williams is going to be there. That Wildcat is just going to shred the Patriots to death. Chad Henne,
He had a great game last week.
He did. I don't see him putting up 300 yards, but I can see him putting up 200 plus yards and a touchdown. And with the running game, that's all he needs to do.
I think, looking at that, I think huge matchup this week is Brandon Marshall. The Patriots have, in their division, have not had to face a legitimate number one receiver in a while. Terrell Owens, last year the Bills wasn't really number one.
Yeah.
Brandon Marshall is a serious number one wide receiver. Well, like we said, they're not a very good pass defense.
He had a great game last game. Right?
Yeah. He's huge. What is he? 6'4". Devin McCourty's short. Devin McCourty's been really good. I think Brandon Marshall's going to get a lot of touches. They also have Best and Hartline. Hartline's a pretty good slot receiver to get, kind of like Welker-like. But I am going to go with the Patriots in this one. I think
it's going to be a very close game either way.
It is going to be close. I think it's going to be...
I think it's going to be like the Bills game last year, back and forth constantly. All right, not last year, last week.
I think Miami's defense is a little overrated.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. I think they might be better than the Jets defense.
No.
I don't know. The Jets defense just doesn't seem to be as good as everyone thought.
They have Vontae Davis. He's pretty solid.
But the thing is, their whole team is solid. The Jets have a lot of top players, but they also have a lot of mediocre players.
I think Brady's gonna show people up this week. I think everyone's jumping on Miami's bandwagon. I think Brady needs a win this week to show that they're still the class of the East. I think he's gonna somehow. I am a Patriots fan, but somehow I think they're gonna pull this one out. I'm gonna say it'll be 27-21.
I hope you're right.
All right. Well, that's about all we have for this first edition of The Pitch with Fox, Domings and Mitch. You can, for further, question answering or anything you want to throw out there, you can
email us.
Yeah, you can email us at thepitchqa@gmail.com.
Subscribe.
Just QA.
Subscribe. Definitely subscribe.
It's just thepitchqa@gmail.com. And you can become a fan on Facebook of The Pitch.
We'll put all the links in the description.
Everything's going to be on Facebook. The links, anything you need to know
we'll
about
put them in
the
the description.
Make sure you comment. Feel free to bash us. Feel free to agree with us. That's cool. We want to see your opinions.
Tell us that we completely suck. Tell us that you hate John's hat. I don't care.
We want to know what you want us to do.
And really tell us what questions you want us to ask in the next show. We'll answer them for you.
This show is for you guys. We want it to be about you. We want you to be involved. So just let us know what to do.
Yeah, and definitely next time we'll have everything down. We'll cut it down. This is the pilot episode.
It might be a little long.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're not a huge sports fan. You have to go.
It's over 40 minutes, but we hope we addressed everything that was on your mind this week. And any questions?
Really, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
All right. Well, that's all we have.
Over time, we'll get better at this, and the show will become a lot more interesting.
All right.
All right. Well, that's all we have on this first edition of The Pitch with Fox, Domings and Mitch. Again, I'm your host, John Fox. Brian Domings, Mitch Sabbatelli. Good night.
Peace out.